everybody, and welcome back to another reading of Jeff the Killer X-Reader Immortals, Part 1. Let's begin, shouldn't we? The alarm on your iPod jolted you awake. You rubbed the sleep from your eyes and sat up, turning the interference noise off. Thankfully, there was no school today. Getting out of bed, you went straight to the shower. You dressed in a soft black tank top, favorite color cardigan, sweater, and black jeans. Heading downstairs and into the kitchen, you listened for your mother, who would usually be in the kitchen cooking breakfast by now, but you heard nothing. "Mom?" you called. No response. She was probably at her friend Celeste's house, watching boring musicals from the 70s and drinking tea. You sighed and opened the cupboard, pulling out a box of Lucky Charms. That's when you noticed a note on the refrigerator. You pulled it off and read, "Hey, Yane, I went to the park. You took too long to get up. Don't forget your keys on the table, Mom." You folded up the note, placed it on the counter, and checked the clock on the microwave. It was already 2:36 p.m. Grabbed the milk out of the fridge and had a bowl of cereal before heading back upstairs. You brushed out your hair and put on the silver rose-sharp earring you got as a gift. Running down the stairs, you put the keys in your cardigan pocket, sipped on your grey Vans, and went out the door. Since the park was only 2 blocks away, you took your time and enjoyed walking down a shady side of the street. No weather was perfect, but not too hot or cold. The clouds kept the sunlight from getting too intense. There was a cool breeze and rustling grass. You suddenly got the feeling that someone was following you. You paused, looked behind you, and saw nothing. Shaking the feeling off as simple paranoia, You continued walking. Reaching into your cardigan pocket, you pulled out your iPod and headphones. You put them on and listened to your favorite song, drowning out the outside noise. Finally, you arrived at the park. There were plenty of kids running around, dogs playing fetch, and joggers, but you couldn't find your mom Celeste's anywhere, so you kept walking. You glanced over at one end of the park where there was nothing but dark woods. A few kids ran around your feet, and one little girl with curly brown hair and a pink dress dropped her teddy bear. It landed right in front of you. You took off your headphones and hung them around your neck. You picked up the small bear and dusted it off, handing it to her. The small child hugged the bear to her chest and smiled. "Thank you," she said in a gentle voice. "No problem, kiddo," you winked playfully. The girl turned to go, but then stared at you curiously. "You're very pretty, miss." The compliment took you by surprise, but you smiled gratefully. "Aw, that's very nice of you. What's your name?" "It's Oh, I have to go. See ya." The girl cut herself off, turning and running down the path until you couldn't see her anymore. "That was weird," you said quietly to yourself, continuing in the opposite direction. On your way, you stopped to look at a beautiful edge of rose bushes from the vibrant red flower growing from it. You picked one up and sniffed it. "It's beautiful, isn't it?" You heard a male voice say from behind you. "Yeah, it's..." You spun around, but then saw no one. "Huh?" Confused, you shrugged it off, picked the thorns of the rose, shortened the stem, and placed it delicately in your hair, careful not to break any of the soft petals off. You relaxed to the sound of birds chirping and leaves rustling on the trees and continued to walk. You regretted dropping your cell phone in the water. You could have contacted your mom. Approaching a wooden bench, you sat down, tensing up when you saw a shadow behind you. You spun around and saw someone walking away. The person had long black hair that fell past their shoulders and a white hoodie with black jeans. You had to get to the bottom of this. "Hey, are you following me?" You called, but the person only started running. You quickly got to your feet and ran after the person, keeping only close enough to see where they were going. The person ran into the woods that were behind the park. "Wait!" you called after them. Because of the high trees the area was very dark. You brushed past tall shrubs, trying to keep up with the stranger. "Wait, please!" You instantly regretted ever leaving the house when the person stopped and turned around slowly. Your eyes met his. You stopped in your track. His face was in the shadows of a tree, but you could still see clearly. It was a boy about your age. His skin pale, large blue eyes with dark marks around the edges. But it was his smile. He had a natural white smile carved into his cheeks. You took a step back. "Hello, your name," he said. You ignored him and took off in a sprint. You had to get away from this guy. Sure, you were the one that followed him, but still. That wasn't the fact of a normal person. That wasn't the face of a normal person. And how did he know your name? Before you can make it far, you felt someone grab you from behind. "You can't outrun me. You're gonna have to trust me on that." His voice said in your ear. "Let me go!" you yelled, struggling to escape the vice grip around your arms. No. You let out a screech and he covered your mouth with his hand. "Shh, sweetheart. We don't want anybody hearing that pretty little scream of yours, now do we?" You could feel his breath on your neck, feeling your heart rate speeding up. "If I uncover your mouth, you won't scream, right?" he asked. His voice was gentle, but his tone gave you chills. "If you scream, I will hurt you, and I will really, really don't want to do that. You understand, right?" He whispers in your ear. Hot tears ran down your cheeks as you nodded and managed to calm down a little. The boy hummed in approval and let go of your mouth, watching you curiously as you gasped for air. Please don't kill me. I don't want to die," you whimpered. He turned you to face him. You saw the boy's eyes lose the mischievous sparkle they once had. He sighed, wiping away a tear from your face. "Don't cry. You're too pretty for that." "What?" You flinched at the contact. "If I was going to kill you, trust me, I would have already done it by now. I never wanted to," he said in a low voice. "I apologize if my appearance scared you." You still didn't trust his boy, but his words relaxed you a bit. He looked at you with soft expressions. "God, you're beautiful, even more up close like this." His hand rested on the side of your face gently. You felt yourself blush slightly. Everyone was calling you pretty today. Weren't you special? "But I don't Then it hit you. You remember his smile from a scary article that your friend Alicia read to you. Jeff the Killer. "Judging by the look on your face, you probably realized who I am, right?" The boy asked with a grin. Releasing you, you took a step back when he pulled out a razor-sharp, blood-stained knife and twirled it around his fingers skillfully. He looked up at you and smirked, obviously amused by your discomfort gaze. "This couldn't be real. It couldn't be. You could hardly speak from the shock of everything, still unable to fully register who was in front of you. In flesh and blood. "He's real. Your vision began to shift. The floor started to spin. You started to fall. Jeff quickly reached for you and held you in his arms, sinking to his knees. "Your name?" he asked, a nervous tone in his voice. He brushed your hair with his hands gently. He looked genuinely concerned. Nothing made sense. "Stay with me, your name. Try to relax." You look up at him to see surprise too weak and shocked to shove him away. No, don't," you whimpered. He frowned a bit, if that was even possible. "I won't hurt you, I promise," he said. "I don't understand," you said. "I've been watching you, your name, for a long time now," he said softly. "Why? What do you want from me?" you asked. Jeff gazed into your eyes with such an intensity you would have thought he was staring straight into your soul. He paused before speaking. "I'm in love with you, your name, and I want you to love me." This amazing story. I love this. I just really love this story. Immortals by Midnight Rainbow something. I don't know. If you want to read it, you can go to DeviantArt to search up, deviantart.com to search up this story. Thank you all for listening to an ex-reader of Jeff the Killer. This is only part 1. Part 2 will come very soon. And please like and subscribe if you want more and more videos of ex-readers with the creepypastas, or anybody else if you might prefer. Have a nice day, evening, afternoon, night, wherever you are, and may you rest well and be in peace in this world. I love you. Bye, guys.